We're recording, so if you want to like
you
bring
can
the energy,
you can start. You're starting and ending.
You literally said
I'm bringing the energy,
you're
but
bringing
you
the
gotta
energy.
you gotta fan my flames.
Okay, and we're back, motherfuckers.
Yay.
Episode 10.
Oh, 10!
Double digits.
Whoop, whoop.
We made it.
We made it out here.
We survived. We got this far.
What are we talking about?
All kinds of shit. Some personal shit on my end. Some shit that I reveal in this podcast.
Oh, wow. Don't be too vague.
Some shit about my mom. Past couple years. Some history of what's been going on. Nothing too crazy, I guess you could say. Gonna leave it kind of clickbaity.
Okay. That's not too bad.
But I feel like the more personal shit that we give you guys on the podcast, the more you're going to be able to relate and the more you're going to be able to understand what we're going through.
For sure.
And just get to know us a little bit better.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things that make us tick, especially with Nick. So we got to get these things ironed out to figure out why you act the way you do.
Are you like talking about my foot fetish or something?
On a brighter side, we talk a little bit about Dota. When we're starting that YouTube series very soon.
That's
getting it over to Twitch, maybe?
Into Twitch.
Okay.
I was informed.
Okay.
I was mistaken.
We also talk NBA 2K18, Motor City MyLeague, the trades that we've made.
Some blockbuster trades.
Blockbuster. Really revamped the team. It's so much better now. Can't even picture it.
We got rid of Dalton, and now everything's so much better.
If only. If fucking only. We also talk about E3. I get all the other coverage that we missed last week. That includes Microsoft, who showed a trailer for Halo Infinite.
Halo motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. Very exciting.
Hopefully it's like Halo 3 and Halo 2. We'll see. I doubt it, but if it is, say goodbye Fortnite. Because that shit's fucking
just like that.
over.
It's
just
gone.
like that.
We also talk about basketball, real life basketball, probably for the last time. Unless these trades keep... I mean, honestly, yeah, these trades are pretty juicy. We got to keep up with them.
Has the craziest off seasons
It's true.
ever.
It's
We'll be
true.
talking about them till the day we die.
I thought I would get more soccer time, but no, you're taking it away from me. But I did squeeze in my World Cup talk. Some minor analyses.
Stanley Cup's better. Speaking of Stanley Cup, Barry Trotz retired from the Washington Capitals.
Oh, okay.
Side note.
Nice.
Spoiler alert.
It's not spoilers, it's news.
Kinda. There you go. Exclusive right in the intro, you fucks.
Bam.
We also talked about UFC Fight Night. Cowboy versus Edwards. We made our picks for that. And I don't know if we talked about anything else. UFC. We talked about some GSP shit.
Yeah.
And some scandal shit between Carla and Claudia. You gotta listen to that.
Fake news.
I don't know, man.
It's fake news, man.
Dawn's going to be fucking cheating.
Fake news, man.
But stay tuned. Listen. Enjoy. Are you use the force?
Cut. It's just cut.
pick
Everyone
up-
cut.
Pick up the
Podcast is over,
where you
everybody.
Where you going?
This is done.
You
can't work with this.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go buy the game?
Welcome back, everybody. This is passive and aggressive. Oh my god. I gotta tone myself down now.
If your ears don't bleed,
Yeah,
they probably do now.
maybe. I'm just getting you prepared for the rest of this episode, which is gonna be loud and rambunctious, I can tell. I got a feeling.
Do you?
I got a feeling. Stop looking at the waveforms. I know you're doing it.
It's my inner editing inside of
Your
me.
inner editing.
It's a thing that I can't
Hadn't even
control.
started editing till
My
like
passion.
2 weeks ago.
It's my 2-week-old passion.
Still in the honeymoon phase. Mm-hmm. You're gonna go to like Full Sail University or something and pursue a career. Maybe Specs Howard.
See, the thing is though, when the honeymoon phase is over, I don't still want to be stuck at Specs Howard.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm just not gonna go.
Oh, that's foresight right there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm smart about this shit.
That's good.
Little tangent passions.
Tangent. Perfect. That's such a Nick thing to do. Go on a tangent with your passion.
You know what's another
do it
tangent
for a
I've
little
been doing? I've been balancing out of basketball to increase my balance and my core strength.
Yeah, you like to think you're one of those Instagram models or LeBron James doing your balancing act, maybe
Listen,
doing some squats while you're at
if
it.
PK Subban and Lindsey Vaughn put on their Instagram feed every day, them balancing on shit, I feel like I have to do that too.
Have to?
Have to.
Because of PK Subban and Lindsey Vaughn.
Yes. They're pretty motivational. Them motherfuckers are working out every fucking day.
I think a lot of people do that.
I don't think so. Not the way they're doing it. But I did suck at balancing on the basketball for a while, but now I'm pretty fucking good at it. I can balance.
Pretty
on that
fucking
bitch.
good. Wasn't it just literally 2 days ago? I walked to my room while you were doing it. I get to my room. I hear a big.
Wait, before you make anybody else's ears bleed.
Mm-hmm.
People fall down. That's okay.
Is it?
Yeah, black belts get tapped every once in a while.
You what?
Black belts get tapped every once in a while, and a professional basketball balancer falls every once in a while.
You hear that, folks? So if you're at home and you're balancing on a basketball and you fall on your ass, don't feel bad about it. Everyone does it.
Pick yourself up and get back on the basketball.
Why do we fall down, Mr. Wayne? So we can pick ourselves back up.
Did he really say that in the movie?
Yeah.
Which one?
First one, I think. Remember
So
when the big
cheesy.
log falls on him?
Oh, was he a kid?
No. When his house is on fire. Talking about Batman. Begins. Started the franchise.
I know. I've always had this debate with one of the guys on my old job. He said that Batman Begins was his favorite Batman movie because it felt like a actual Batman movie. He said The Dark Knight was a good movie, but it felt more like a suspenseful movie, not like a Batman
thriller.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good and bad thing. Like,
I can't really agree with them because like the bad guys are like how they are in the video games.
In the video games.
Mm-hmm.
They're based off comic books.
Which are based off video games.
False.
Completely true.
No, man. Oh my god. I think we just lost 10 subscribers just from hearing that.
So what have you been doing?
What have I been doing?
Yeah, like this whole week.
I've been starting or preparing to start a new Dota series. Oh man, I'm so excited for it, Nick.
Yeah, we talked about it last week a little bit.
Yeah, well, I got into it. I got into some more practice games because that was vital. Started editing, got the green screen up, mom's gift, and
When did you have the green screen up?
literally yesterday.
I wasn't here.
And I don't know. I actually don't have very much to say about it, to be honest. I don't want to spoil anything about it. Episode's gonna come out probably.
Oh, you already have one recorded?
Yeah, I did all the recording. I don't really know what to say about it though because it's not. It's like halfway finished and it's gonna release very soon.
How long are the games?
Well, the games are about 40 minutes. I'm probably gonna cut it down to highlights or lowlights, similar to what we did with our basketball series.
Okay. Have you looked up like other people who do this?
Oh,
Similar?
I watch a lot of people.
What are
play
their
Dota.
average time lengths?
They normally show the whole games, but also they are normally good at the game. So
Are those so that's the type of game that people will actually fucking sit down and watch for 40 minutes without shutting off the goddamn YouTube video?
I mean, I do. I sit down, open it up, watch Purge Gamers. He's one of the most instructional ones. Grab a snack and just chill for 40 minutes.
Is that when your whole Lay's bag of chips is gone? Like the whole family size Lay's bag of chips that you finish at one go, one sitting, one time?
First of all,
Just eating away like a fucking robot?
it's a party size. Second of all, yes, it is. Thank you for pointing that out.
Oh, well, while you're over there fucking around with Dota, I have been looking for a house for my mother. Like,
Okay, well, that's significantly less important than mine, but I guess we'll hear it. Let's go.
well, for everybody, I don't think I've ever even told the story. So, like, I don't think so. Not on the ones that we've actually made live. But, like, last Mother's Day in 2017, I got my mom tickets to the Detroit Princess Cruise, which is like it's like a fucking ship that goes in the Detroit River that people can party on, basically. And my mom has 4 girls at home, and she's a single mom, so she has, like, no time for herself. So I'm like, okay, that'll be a good gift. She can go out and have fun, and I'll watch my sisters for her. When she was driving there, she got to a fucking car accident. My aunt was driving, because I got her a ticket, too. Because I'm nice like that.
Okay. Glad you're pointing her out.
Yeah, they were on the highway, and then somebody clipped their bumper and spun them out of control. You know how the police do that sometimes in car chases? I imagine that's what happened.
I've never seen a police do that.
Never on cops like, whoa, 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 beep, beep. You better stop. You better slow down. If you don't slow down, I'm going to bump you. I'm not playing.
Is that what they say?
I'm going to give you the count of 3.
Out of the
1,
megaphone?
2.
Over the announcer?
Yeah, and the whole time you hear wee, wee, wee in the background. And they go 3, and you hit them, and they go, poof, and then they spin, and then like a circular motion, and then they crash.
So that's what happened to your mom.
Yes. But they went crashing into a cinder block wall.
That doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, and my mom got fucked up. She had a dislocated hip, a fractured hip in 6 places. Her hip socket was broke. Her knee was broke. Her femur, that's the biggest bone in your leg, right?
Yep.
It was cracked in half. Her wrist was out of place. Her hand was broke. Her shoulder was broke. And her arm was broke.
Jesus Christ.
So half her body was broke, pretty much.
Seriously. Probably took more damage in the car.
Probably, for real. And it was pretty emotional, to say the least. Like, I got I got a call from my mom, and I can just hear the pain in her voice. I don't even know how she was, like...
Had the wherewithal?
Yeah, conscious enough to
For sure.
be in that situation with that much pain and everything. I imagine it must have been like a huge adrenaline dump. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So she tells me where she's at. I hurry to get my car, and I rush over there. And I get there before the ambulance does. And, like, I can, like, hear my mom, like, howling. So I, like, open the door. I, like, had to pry it open because it was, you know, smashed. And my aunt got out of the car, and she's fucking throwing up. And my mom's screaming and crying, and there's blood on her. And I'm like, fuck, oh, shit. Like, Jesus Christ, this is bad. And it felt like a fucking movie. Like, you know, in the beginning of, like, a end of the world movie when the shit starts going down. Like, I was expecting a fucking flying helicopter to start, like, falling and crashing in the background. It was, like, that intense. And I couldn't help my mom because she said she couldn't feel her leg, so I didn't want to, like, move her or anything like that.
All right.
My aunt is just throwing up. She has, like, a big-ass seatbelt mark on her neck. And I asked her if she's okay. She said she's okay, like, look over your mom. And then the ambulance comes, and pretty much they rush her down the hospital in downtown Detroit. And that was last Mother's Day. She was in Henry Ford basically for almost a month because she had to get, like, a shit ton of surgeries. Like, I think she had, like, 30 pins in her shoulder, and, like, they said that they had no idea how many screws in her hip because it was, like, shattered in so many spots, and they had to get it together.
Yeah, they had to rebuild her like RoboCop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that motherfucker can't go through a metal detector ever again. But she went there, and then she went to physical therapy for a while, and she didn't get to go home until about 2 months after the accident. And like I said, that was in 2017, so this is 2018, so it's been like a year and a few months. And she's walking now, like, not a lot. Her physical therapist, for example, wants her by the end of this month to be able to walk from one side of the block to the other, which would be, like, very hard for her. And she's just healing and recovering. And when she got to this accident, she wasn't able to work at all. So she got basically, like, lost wages, like a lump sum, a little bit of a lump sum. It's kind of shitty, though, because it's only like 70% of your wages, and then the lawyer fees get taken out. So it's only like 40% of what you would have made if you were working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we got that check. So I was like, okay, Mom, we're gonna hold on to this because this is a lump sum, and your bills have been taken care of this whole time. So you're not bad behind on bills, and let's, like, get a house because she lives in Detroit, and it's a shitty area, like a shitty area of Detroit. Like, the 4 houses that are surrounding her house are all abandoned. The house itself is a piece of shit. The foundation's, like, all falling apart, and, like, the pipes are bursting. There's mold in the house. It's just all bad. It's a shitty situation.
I've been there once. I will never go again, no matter what.
And it's way worse now because, like, the pipes bursting, like, the fucking wood is, like,
bursting out.
It's like, yeah, it's like a triangle shape and shit, like, pushing out because of the pressure. And we came to the realization that there's no point of putting any money in that house because it's in a shitty area. The foundation's horrible. It's falling apart. It costs way too much to get it to a decent, livable house. And in that area, it's not worth the money. So we decided to save the money and start looking for a house. But then we had another issue because my mom's credit wasn't the greatest. She's a single mom with fucking 6 children. So just try to imagine doing that, okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I had to, like, help her get her credit up. So it took a few months, but then we got her credit from, like, 400 something to 600 something because I'm a fucking G.
Are you going to take full responsibility for it?
Yes, I am, because I listen to Listen Money Matters. It's a podcast. That's a finance podcast. I listen to, like, at least 100 of their episodes. So I know a lot about shit like that.
Getting
like
your credit up.
Credit, houses, PMI costs, like, all that shit. I know a lot about it. And because I was working the system, I added her to a couple of my cards as an added user. I got her, like, one of those secure credit cards that you have to put money on. and I had to dispute some old claims, call up Kohl's and negotiate a price to get it down and like pay one credit card off and get everything going. So in a few months, her credit score went up to like almost 700.
Okay.
So she just got approved for a mortgage, and now we've been looking for houses. So that's what I was doing like all week.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday, me and my uncle went to like 4 or 5 houses, and like the first 4 were shitty, dude. Like, first one was like almost by e-course, and it looked okay from the outside. You could tell it definitely needed work, and once you go on the inside, it's like it was horrible. It looked like exactly like my mom's house right now.
Wasn't it any better?
No, and it was creepy as fuck. We went downstairs, and there's a what are those stuffed animals that you can hold, like the top of it?
Puppets.
Puppets, yes.
You fucking serious? You don't know the word puppets?
Don't judge me, man. I was way too creeped out to think of that word. It was a fucking puppet.
Shut it out.
A puppet of a witch.
Okay,
Just
yeah, I can understand why that would be creepy.
hanging at the bottom of the stairs, like as soon as you walk down the stairs.
You should have stole it.
And then I should have and gave him with my creepy Simon dog.
Mary Simon.
But and then we went in the backyard, and you remember Toys R Us, the first one, the little sadistic child who like rips off his fucking baby heads off and shit.
Toy Story?
Yeah.
Toys R Us. What's the matter with you?
What did I say? I said Toys R Us?
Yes.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Oh my god.
I don't understand what's going on with you today.
It's been a long week, man.
I suppose so.
It's been a long week.
I do remember Toy Story. Yeah, the brutal kid. He was just ripping his toys apart. He was like a masochist.
He had braces and shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that guy. Well, one of the fucking doll heads, like they stole that from the movie because it looked exactly like it was just chilling on top of the fence right by the garage.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Like the baby head.
Baby head.
The lifeless eyes.
Lifeless eyes. One of them was closed just like Toy Story.
What the fuck?
It was creepy as shit. I'm like, fuck this. Toby's seen that. And
You guys just turned around.
He's like, look, I'm like, dude, we ain't getting this fucking house.
Just my principle.
For real. And then we went to a different house, which is in Wyandotte. And all these cities are like local, like the suburbs of Detroit, I guess you could say. Downriver.
To the ghetto.
That's not ghetto.
To the mild ghetto.
Yeah, it's like it's a decent area.
Your mom's in the ghetto right now.
My mom's in the fucking ghetto.
Yeah.
These places are like a little bit lower than middle class, I guess.
One step above, maybe.
No, like 5 steps above. Dude.
Oh, Jesus. How many steps are there?
Like
Your caste system is much larger than mine, clearly.
Anyway, so we find a house in Wyandotte, which is a much better city. And it looked way better. Like, it had a pond in the backyard. A little fucking...
A whole pond?
Like a built-in pond and shit.
What the fuck?
The roof needed to be done. It was completely trashed. But we know somebody. Like, we could have got it done for like $4,000. And it needed a lot of work. It was in a good area. And everybody else had their house up really well. Like, everybody took care of their shit. And it seemed quiet. Which is like complete opposite of Detroit. Like
right.
Detroit, there's always fucking shit going on. Always drama on somebody's house. Somebody cheated on somebody. Somebody's mad at somebody, screaming. Kids are outside always, like all day. Like they just, like their parents just don't let them inside. And complete night and day, you know? But that house needed like another $15,000 worth of work, which we don't have like right now. So I was like brainstorming with Toby. I was like, okay, I got 2 credit cards right now that are interest free for a year, so I could get the materials and then we can hammer this shit out and then blah blah. Like trying to see if we can make it work. Yeah, because I want to get my mom out of that house like ASAP. Like it's so shitty now.
And she's got pneumonia and the kid's getting sick, right?
Yeah,
pretty clear that maybe there's a connection there.
Like I said, long week, Dalton.
Yeah,
she was in the hospital, but yeah, I want to get him out of there. So then we checked out one more house, which is like the same thing, needed more work. And then we went to Taylor, which is, it was like Taylor right next to Allen Park. So it's in a decent area.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. And it's like a mile away from Allen Park High School, which is like a better high school in the Downriver area. And the house looked like amazing.
Amazing? Like a normal house, maybe?
Like, it looked move-in ready. Like they looked like there was like zero upkeep to it. Like as soon as you walk in, it's the living room. It has a nice window. There's lots of natural light, and the kitchen's right to the left of it. And another nice window has like all the utilities there already. All the appliances, all the cabinets are good. None of them are busted or broken. 3 bedrooms because my mom has 4 kids, which works out perfectly. 2 of them are like bigger size rooms, walk-in closets, so the girls will love that. And the bathroom is a shower. It's like a stand-up shower. It's not a bathtub, so my mom doesn't have to like
walk in, climb over
WWE
it, style,
because she can't like lift her hips up at all.
Yeah.
So it turned out great, and they had a carport on the side of the driveway, but they built an extra room where that carport was.
So it's like a double or something?
So it's technically 4 bedrooms. It's like 3 bedrooms and a den.
Oh, gotcha.
Or like an office area, but you can easily make that a bedroom. And it's a huge room. So my mom will probably use that room, which works out because it's away from the kids. So I was like, get the fuck away from me. Like, that's her like hideout room. And they also had like central air. All the landscaping was done in the backyard. Like it already had like a little garden area and shit. So
it had nice flooring too. I saw some pictures of it. That shower you were talking about looked like fucking marble. I was jealous.
Yeah, it's like unreal for the price that we were in the price range that we were going for.
Right.
And it also has a 2-car garage, and it's fully insulated. There's nothing in there that's like off. Like the concrete's fine. There's no like the wood's all in great condition. The fucking roof on the house is in great condition. The roof has fucking heaters that if you plug in winter, so when the snow's there, it's not just compacting on your roof.
Oh, it just melts it.
Yeah, it melts it. So basically, like that roof will be great for a long time as long as she uses it, you know? And it was just awesome. Like there's no foundation issues and everything. So I was like fucking super excited. I like hurried up and called my mom. I was like, get ready. I want to like show you this house. Ran and grabbed her, had my uncle see it. I brought my aunt too, just so I could have everybody see it, get the stamps.
You're pretty proud of this, weren't you?
Yeah. And I went there and like everybody liked it. Like for the price range, we weren't going to get anything better in like a better area.
Better condition,
move-in ready, in a better school for my sisters. It like worked out perfectly.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to put a bid on it Monday.
Okay.
Tomorrow. Because
hopefully
today's Father's Day.
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully you don't lose it. That would be just the perfect amount of shit, wouldn't
Dude, it very well could be, because Toby thought, who's like my uncle and he was like being our real estate guy, he said that the price is low for everything. And he said maybe sometimes homeowners will do that. So they get a whole bunch of bids and then they can pick their best bid or see what their options are. So that's why we're just going to try to give them what they want right now. It's like we can get it done like this week if you want. We don't have to like do an inspection because my uncle flips houses. So he checked it already. And it's like a slab. It doesn't have a basement or a crawl space. So you don't got to worry about those foundation issues. You just got to make sure that the slab itself isn't cracked. Slab's just like big concrete.
Right.
And it's fine. So it looks like it's going to be stable for a very long time. So excited. Like not getting my hopes up too high because they actually have to accept the bid. And then the mortgage company has to decide whether or not that house is worth the money because they're giving you the loan for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely still a lot that needs to be done, but it's a big
promising start for
big
sure.
Glimmer of hope that hasn't been there for a while, I think.
Yeah, when I was driving home, I felt so relieved, like a huge weight off my shoulders, because like the longer my mom was there, the more and more shittier I felt because I put that responsibility on me.
Of course you do.
And I don't know. I wanted to get them in a better area for my mom's health, for my sister's health too, because black mold and shit's not good for anybody.
No, absolutely.
And better schools for my sisters. And it's almost like a refresh for them because they've had a lot happen to them in the past year too. Like when your mom that you live with every day got into a huge accident like that, and she goes from like being like the huge leader of the house to being somebody that like needs help. You know what I mean? I'm sure it helped them a lot too. It was a huge change for them, especially as far as how mature they are. Because when this happened a year ago, they were horrible children.
I remember you were bringing them over here. It was like, bad.
It was so bad. Those kids did not respect my mom for anything, and it's because she like worked all the time. Like she was working, trying to make sure everything was paid for, and they want food on their plates and shit. So when she came home, she was just exhausted.
Right. She's not gonna even put up with them.
Right. And I can't imagine how draining that is. So when your children think they can take advantage of you, they're gonna, especially when they're little demon assholes. And they did like a 180. Like I still think that there needs to be work, obviously, but as far as like how they were a year ago to how they are now,
some rapid improvement. Yeah.
So that's a clean, fresh start for them. Like they don't have to worry about drama from what happened in the past at their old schools, or if they got suspended before or whatever. They can go to a new school, new start, new them. Like and just live basically a different life, which is pretty fucking cool because not many people have that opportunity.
Oh, for sure.
So I gave him like a little speech yesterday.
Oh, did you get teary-eyed? I feel like you would.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you did.
I don't get teary-eyed in front of my sisters. I'm that fucking stern big brother.
You turned around and wiped a tear for sure.
I absolutely did not. But what I did do was I warned them motherfuckers that you're going to treat this new house with respect.
Oh, I see. Taking that approach.
So you think I'm a mean big brother now, you're going to find out a real mean big brother.
Oh, man.
A little bit of fear and a little bit of encouragement, you know?
Fear and encouragement. The Nick Marchwinsky way.
I feel like that's what the military does.
I think so. They'll scare you half to death, but they'll give you a new Dodge Charger if you join.
There you go.
So anyway, on a brighter note, although that is pretty bright, I suppose.
I was gonna say that is bright.
It was bright, but you were describing all the previous darknesses, and it was
It makes the brightness even brighter.
that's so poetic.
I know, right? I should be a fucking poetic person.
You maybe not. Anyway, let's go to video games. That's easier. NBA 2K18.
Motor City MyLeague.
Motor City MyLeague. I tried not to say it that time, but you just had to drag it out.
Which episode did we just upload? 7?
7. Yes.
And that was against who? Was it Cleveland? No, it was not Cleveland.
Played Cleveland, yeah.
Oh my god.
I believe it was the Toronto Raptors. Immediately after our big trade, blockbuster level trade.
Oh yeah.
Serge Ibaka, OG Anunoby, Jakob Poeltl for the Pistons, Zach Randolph, and Reggie Bullock.
Did we give them like a draft
and
pick?
A draft pick, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Well, don't quote me on it.
Gotcha.
We immediately played the Raptors, who we did trade with, and I won't spoil anything because the episode's still out. We haven't released
dominated.
Okay, Nick's just gonna go for it. But funny thing you mentioned that we dominated because you specifically started off really, really well.
Really well.
By the end of the second quarter, I believe you almost had a triple-double, like 14 points, maybe 6
No,
assists.
it was like 10 points.
Okay, by the second, 10 points. But you had your double in points. You were so close, and assists and rebounds, which never happens for you.
Right.
And then you noticed.
The rebounds happen. The assists never happen.
You noticed that you almost had a triple-double, and that's all that mattered to you afterwards. You didn't get a single stat for the rest of the game. You got maybe 4 points.
I'm pretty sure I told you. Like, I don't even care about points anymore.
You did.
I'm just going to be passing it. And you had to ruin my everything. You have to ruin my
that's fine.
life.
Totally.
You
blame
can't
it on me.
make shots when I pass it to you.
Go watch the footage. I bet you I missed maybe 2 shots, and they were both good open.
Yeah.
I do everything right, but some reason you blame me for your stupid-ass curse where you can't get any assists.
You don't do everything right.
I do. What do I do wrong?
You miss.
How is that my fault?
It's your fault. It's
All I
your
can do
guy.
is shoot the ball.
And make it.
No.
Yes.
I can't force it to go in.
Oh my god. This is why you'll never be a clutch performer.
That doesn't make any sense.
You know who makes excuses
Says the guy
like
who
that?
couldn't score in the second half of the game.
You know who makes excuses like that?
Who?
Not Kobe Bryant.
What?
Do you think Kobe Bryant says, all I can do is shoot the ball? All I can do is get wide open and shoot the ball.
He has to think that way. That dude had a shooting percentage of like 30 sometimes. But he would still chuck him up. All I can do is shoot.
No, Kobe.
Who cares if it goes in or not?
Kobe had the confidence that he was going to make every single shot he ever took. Are you serious?
I'm trying to picture that mindset. If you're putting up like 30 shots on average and you're making like 10, how the fuck do you have confidence that they're all going to go in?
Because you're Kobe motherfucking Bryant.
I get that, but just how? Picture it. Picture right now.
I'm not saying I could do that.
That is not possible.
Kobe Bryant can.
I'm starting to think that Kobe Bryant is a facade in general. He doesn't seem like a real
fake
person to me.
It's what the media wants everybody to think of,
exactly.
Like a very determined individual should be.
Just trying to motivate the kids is all. I'm just kidding. I love you, Kobe.
Kobe's a G.
Absolutely.
So that episode was was it already uploaded?
Yeah, it was uploaded Friday, I believe.
Yeah, so you don't want to spoil it. Fuck out of here. They haven't watched it
It's
by
been
now.
out for 2 days.
And they haven't watched it by now. It's their own fault.
That doesn't make any sense.
We
Acting like it's
everything on this podcast.
Acting like it's a Game of Thrones episode.
Just saying. You were lucky you didn't watch The Incredibles last night.
That's a good point. We do have another game coming up against Cleveland. We were supposed to have that up already, but some technical difficulties got us down.
We were playing all the way into the third quarter. And
We played a practice. We played a full.
Somebody didn't hit the record button.
We played a full practice game. We played Milwaukee, which is like the game like right before. Played a full game.
I forgot that we were still fucking amateurs.
I also forgot that, but apparently we are. And then we started the actual game against Cleveland. Just jumped right into it. We were full of spunk and everything. We had the energy. We were having some fun.
Pretty good highlights too.
We did.
LeBron went off.
Yep. It was basically just him.
At one point, they had 19 points, and LeBron had 17 of those points.
Yeah, that is correct.
I felt so bad as defending him. There was nothing I could do. He was just in like that, I'm going to fuck you up mode.
He was in Daddy LeBron mode, yeah.
Yeah, but we were in Golden State mode because we were ahead the whole fucking time.
Yeah. And then, like halfway through the third quarter, I think I was like, Nicholas, we're not recording.
I felt defeated. I just started laughing.
Yeah, I hung my head, just went and turned the game off. I was like, we'll try again tomorrow or something.
Yeah, so next game's against Cleveland, and hopefully fucking LeBron don't have 17 points again.
We'll make sure not to spoil that one for you, though, either.
Did you look at any more E3 shit?
E3 shit? I did.
The Comic-Con convention for video gamers?
We're not even going to go into that description anymore. E3, big convention for video games. Started last weekend.
Comic-Con convention.
It is not a Comic-Con convention. Never say Comic-Con convention.
For video games.
But yeah, some other things were announced other than what I previously said in the last episode. I'll give you the important ones, starting from the bottom. You know Fallout, right? The Fallout series?
Yes, I like the game a lot. I played the first one.
You played Fallout 1?
On Xbox.
You played Fallout 3.
Oh, when Fallout 1? When that one came out?
A long time ago. On, like, the basic systems. You didn't play it.
Oh, excuse me.
You're excused. Please leave. But they're making a new Fallout game. This was not projected at all. Called Fallout 76.
Why 76?
Because you're in Vault 76. And apparently, it is going to be the first multiplayer Fallout game.
What?
Yep.
How's that going to work?
It's basically going to be an MMO. You'll explore the wasteland with your friends, maybe even launch a nuclear weapon or two with them in the process.
Yeah, but do your decisions affect their game?
Doubt it. It's probably like an MMO where you're locked in your own single storyline and you just do it with a friend.
That's shitty, though. That's not what Fallout is, man.
Well, they haven't released very many details on it, so it could be different than that. But
that is the future, though. An MMO, that's...
At least it's not a fucking battle arena, man. A battle royale.
You sick of those?
Tired of this.
Isn't there only 2?
Fortnite, PUBG, Call of Duty's getting one, Battlefield's getting one.
I've never played ever in my life 100 versus 100.
Never?
Never.
I played one game like that. What was it called? What the?
God?
Is there a car in here? Is there an engine roar? Anyway.
Our microphones pick up a lot of sounds. And
it's not our microphones, it's our sound amplifying headphones.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I can hear Nick shitting across the apartment. It's absurd.
I feel like he'll be creeping on my shit sometimes.
I try not to, but there it is.
Fucking guy. Listening to me poop.
Just all the time. I don't remember what we were talking about. Fallout 76. I'll get you some more details when they come out. Second, you know Skyrim, right?
Mm-hmm. Never played it.
You've never played Skyrim?
Nope, because I am not a virgin.
Okay. Well, Skyrim has been a game that is part of the Elder Scrolls series. It's the 5th one, right?
Do you hear yourself right now?
Yeah. And and they keep releasing new versions of Skyrim. I've personally played Skyrim on the PS3, the PC. There's also now a Switch version. I believe it's on your Nokia phones. It's everywhere. So people kind of just expected Bethesda released another Skyrim game or something. That would be the meme, whatever. But they actually announced Elder Scrolls 6. They didn't announce any details for it or anything. They just
so it's not Skyrim, it's Elder Scrolls 6?
Yes. I'm assuming it'll be in one of the other regions in the game, in this little universe, and that'll be the title of it. Maybe Valenwood or something like that. I don't know a whole lot about the lore of the Elder Scrolls, to be perfectly honest. Despite having played like 500 hours of Skyrim. And I'm also not a virgin. Thank you, Nick.
Fuck. I forgot what I was going to say about Skyrim. Oh, you said it's on the Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Why didn't we fucking buy the Nintendo Switch?
It was just a weird... It was
Friday.
There was some weirdness around it.
We were supposed to record this Friday, but we were just like... not feeling it.
It was a tough week.
So we were like, hey, let's just go to B-Dubs, get a couple drinks, get a couple foods.
Yeah, just a couple foods, yeah.
And come back, and we'll be in a good mood, all full and shit, and we can have a podcast.
Ready to record.
First thing we did before we went to B-Dubs was got baked. Super baked.
Super baked.
And then we got to B-Dubs, and Dalton was paranoid because there was a K9 unit cop.
They were just sitting right out front. Like, what are the
Chilling.
fucking chances?
I was laughing so hard.
Oh my God.
I was like, hey, if that dog just sits next to you, just fucking start running as fast as you can because you're
Worst
busted.
advice. Worst advice ever.
So we go to B-Dubs and eat some food, get some beers, and then we were talking because we were like baked out of our mind.
We were supposed to only be there for like 30 minutes. Ended up taking a solid 2 hours.
Yeah, and we were convinced that we were gonna get a Nintendo Switch. We're like, why the fuck not? We need this.
We need it. It's just necessary.
We need Zelda. We need Mario Kart, Mario Party, because then
New
we can all
Pokemon
play
games
that.
coming out later.
Right. Exactly. Now you hear the Skyrim shit. I was sold on Zelda because Zelda's like the best game ever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And we were like, okay, let's go to GameStop. And then we get there, and then the inner Jew comes out.
The inner Jew. It's like, wow, these are a lot more expensive than I thought they were. $2.99, and then the controllers are $70, and all the games are $60, and we were gonna get like 4 games.
Right, and the game that came with the fucking Switch was some stupid ass Donkey Kong game. What the fuck? Give me a Mario game for sure. Any Nintendo game that you're selling, it needs a Mario game or a Pokemon game.
I know.
That's
I agree
it.
with that.
Like that's
Or
a starter game, or
early
Zelda.
Zelda.
Yes, or Zelda.
The bundles were definitely lackluster, and that was part of the reason we didn't get anything.
That was my main reason. If one of those games came with it, that would have been
Right. All we needed was a bundle.
yeah.
We needed an extra controller
fucking
and a good
bundle.
game. That's it.
Jesus.
But instead, they had to make it super difficult.
Let us down. We walked around GameStop for like a half hour, just looking.
We
at
really
shit.
did. We were just browsing. I picked up some God of War socks. Nick picked up NBA 2K18 for a brief second.
I put it back because I realized NBA 2K19 is coming out in like 2 months.
Yeah, you realized it because there was a cardboard cutout of LeBron staring at you in the checkout line. You're like, wait a minute, that's coming out in September? Should we even get this? And we're like, what are we doing here? We're not getting anything.
And then we left and we felt defeated. But then we got Tim Hortons and donuts.
They were delicious, by the way.
Yeah, they were pretty
I
good.
could not say enough about Timbits. I probably could.
I don't like Timbits. I was upset that we didn't get our cookies. I wanted cookies. Cookies
You enjoyed those Timbits. Try to talk shit.
Cookies are better. But go back to E3.
I think I'm going to buy a Switch today, to be honest with you. I'm revisiting the idea. Maybe visit a bigger GameStop.
I'm down.
You're not going to be here. You're going to Carnival for Father's Day.
For my sisters.
You
Because
father.
I promised them that if they get good grades, I'll take them, and they got good grades.
I guess I promised. I guess I'll do that instead of playing video games. Good father, Nick.
And it's hot as fuck.
Here's a game that you'll like, though. Announced at E3. Halo Infinite. That's not it.
You did it wrong. I did it right.
You did not. There was a brief 2-minute trailer shown. Shows a Halo ring.
Did it have a battle rifle on it?
No. But it had Master Chief holding his helmet in his hand.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. It was very fucking vague.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you on it.
No. But it had Master Chief. But it had Master Chief.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. Vague.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you on it.
No. But it had Master Chief. But it had Master Chief.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. Vague.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you on it.
No. Vague.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Master Chief. But it had Master Chief. Master Chief. Vague.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
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 Vague.
I'm gonna be completely completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely completely honest with you. I want to be 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 completely completely honest with you. I want to be 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 be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I'm gonna 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 be completely honest with you. 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 I'm g you. I want to be completely honest with 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 you. I want to want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I want to be completely honest with you.
Hey.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. 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 I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Hey.
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 I'm gonna be completely
Hey.
honest with you. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Hey.
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 I'm gonna be completely honest honest with you. I want to be completely 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 honest with you. I want to be